more Declans and Jadiels and Shanishas and the Aberdeens. We have so many of you who have made it to this point. So you show that it can be done. And several of you would have been instrumental in assisting San-Juan North to become the force that we are, that many schools kind of shudder when they hear San-Juan North. In football, many of you were part of the football team. You were the ones who took us to the premiership time and time again, and the last finals we placed third. You were the ones who took us to the East Zone boys intercal and girls intercal finals. In rugby, our girls, many of you seated here today, are undefeated, cannot be beaten, placing first at the last rugby sevens. Our boys would have placed third. In netball, and I could go on and on, In netball, our girls were the 20 and under champions. We made it to the nationals and we placed third. In badminton, in track and field, and the list goes on and on. But San-Juan North is not only known for what we do on the field. We are known for many other accomplishments. As we would have heard today, and we have quite a few seated here, students who would have been instrumental in reviving our San-Juan North Steel Orchestra after a 10-year hiatus. We did it. And they took us to the finals. After not competing for 10 years, we made it to the finals, and we placed sixth. I mean, they deserve a round of applause for that. Some of our students seated right here would have performed at the Central Bank Auditorium and would have amazed the audience. You know, even on the national level. And so many of you, so many more of you, have been part of the Student Council, ISCF, school prefects. But every single one of you students are conquerors. Every one of you. You are conquerors. And you know, there are points in life that are pivotal. A moment when the very atmosphere kind of gets ready for us. You know, the Bible has a little anecdote, and I'm going to just share it briefly, that there was a pool of water in a place called Bethesda, close to a sheep's, apostrophe S, a sheep's pen. A pool was there. And at certain points in time, an angel will come and trouble the water. Just stir up the water. And the account is that the first person who enters the water is cured of whatever disease they have. And a graduation ceremony is like that. It is the point in time when everything is waiting on you. We call it opportunity today. And what you would have learned over the last 5 years and 7 years culminates in what you do next. You are conquerors. Receive your blessings, students.
Thank you very much, Ms. Nis. And I don't know if you all took away a lot of different gems from this, but one of the things I really want you all to hold on to is that as this chapter closes, there is something to look forward to. That's basically what Mitch just left you with. There is something to look forward to. It's not a hopeless future. It's a future that's bright and riddled with lots of amazing things in store. Now, how many of you know that San-Juan North Secondary School is known for its cultural diversity? How many of you all know that? How many of the graduating students know that? That we are a very creative school and we express it in many different ways. And we embrace all aspects of the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. This morning is no exception. We have one of our gorgeous law school students, Ms. Cheyenne Norega, who is going to bless us with a cultural piece that expresses everything that San-Juan North stands for. So can we give her a warm welcome?
Hey, hey, start it now. Hey, allow we do it now. Step forward, I move forward. I step forward. Everybody, alle, 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 alle. It's time to get up and start moving. Alle, 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 leaving all your problems behind. Alle, 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 alle. We pressing on to our victory. Alle, 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 alle. Oh, yeah. I woke up this morning and I feeling nice, but the path that I chose comes with battles to fight. As long as I'm living, my future is shaping, and where I am heading, got no time for problems. All the weight on your shoulder, put the problems behind you. If you fall off, just get up and get your head out the dirt and when they try to backline you, hand it back in behind you. Don't let nothing bother you. Put your hand in the air and everybody. Start moving, alle, 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 leaving all your problems behind. Alle, 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 we pressing on to our victory. Alle, alle, alle.
Thank you very much. Let's put our hands together again for Miss Noriga of Lower 6. And my student, very, very proud of her, Cheyenne.
Mr. Taylor, she said when she was dancing, all I could hear is, no time for stress. Time to move, step forward.
Push it off, dust it off, alley.
Got no time for problems. I think I need to play that song a little more.
Yeah?
Because I feel like life gives us so much and we need a little reminder to push it off.
Yep.
No time for problems. No time for the fleeting bank accounts as payday approaches. So students, that is something to go with. I almost wanted to get up and I see she do only a little. She wanted a little get up and push it off and move it off, and I see all the watch you with a blank stare. I almost want to tell the DJ, give me a little push it off, move it off. Because students, even as you say you're a conqueror, what are you supposed to do, Michaelian?
Receive your blessings.
Push it off.
Yes. Receive your blessings.
Yes. So guys, I want you all, there's something I'm noticing this morning, and I don't like it very much, Mr. Taylor. Today is a celebration, right?
It is.
But why do students feel so sour?
I don't know. Sour.
All you look like if all you mad we bring all you here this morning, though. Let me do it. You take that side.
All right.
I gotta take this side. Let me see which side have more vibes. Now, all you don't let them creative as people over there make all you look shame, eh?
Miss, I had the whole steel orchestra on my side. Just warning you. The whole steel orchestra on my side. Right.
I have cosmetology over here. One time for cosmetology. Let me yell now. You see, wait now.
All right. All ready? We making noise, eh? Oh, God, and the upper 6 here too, eh?
No,
I just warning you.
Where the creative art students?
All right, let me go after 4. 3, 4. Miss, come on.
Where's
That's a win.
Where's that?
That's a win.
Where's that? Olia, come on. We're going. 3, 4.
Oh, come on. Miss, that can't beat us. Let me
something
just...
wrong with the hearing?
No, let me show them again now. Let me show them. Ready? All ready?
Parents.
Ready.
All ready, right?
3, 4. All right, miss. I think we should stop now. We done win.
Sir, your meter level low though. Let me show you how it's doing. And only giving me energy to walk, right? 3, 4.
All right.
Sir, take your loss. I know you're not accustomed. Take your loss.
We could call it a tie. You know?
But now we see some smiling faces.
Yes.
So we are happier. So this is a very important part of the program because this is the part where they shine.
Mm-hmm.
And they shine in a really remarkable way. Tell us all about it.
So we are about to invite our valedictorians to come and give their address. The valedictorians have been selected. They are the ones that will be representing the graduating classes of Form 5 and Form 6. They are the voice of the students. They are going to remind you of the fun times that you had, the maybe not so fun times that you had, but all of the hard work that you put in over the past 5, maybe 2 years, maybe 7 years for some persons at San-Juan North Secondary School. So, I'd like to invite firstly the Form 5 valedictorians, and this year we extra special.
Extra.
Yes.
Extra.
Well, I mean, we always extra special, but this year we extra special because we have 3 Form 5 valedictorians. So please, everyone, put your hands together as we welcome Miss Asia Aberdeen, Miss Hannah Cambridge, and Miss Abigail George.
And we would also like to invite our Form 6 valedictorian, Miss Chrisanne Ogis. So we will first hear from our Form 5 valedictorians, and then they would be followed by our Form 6 valedictorian.
Good morning to the principal, Mrs. Nurse, the vice principals, Miss Rudder and Mrs. Yearwood Roof, teachers, parents, specially invited guests, and you, my fellow San-Juan North Secondary School graduates. What an achievement! We are about to begin a new chapter in our lives. And while we look forward with excitement, we also look back with nostalgia. Our experience in the hallways and classrooms of San-Juan North have been nothing short of transformational. It has been full of highs and lows, victories and setbacks, and innumerable memories that will last a lifetime. As Form 1 students, we were somewhat anxious but thrilled to enter San-Juan North. Although the huge size of the school and the strange faces at first were frightening, thankfully, our form teachers from Form 1 to 3 made that transition much easier. It didn't take long for us to consider our new school our second home. We created plans to dodge the wary gaze of the deans, learned how to maneuver through the layout of Block E, and discovered other routes to avoid hearing the occasional "fix your uniform."
That feeling of comfort, however, was short-lived, as the COVID-19 pandemic abruptly altered our worlds. It was one of the most impactful episodes in our narrative, having to entirely shift all of our learning to online. We were now introduced to yet another new world, online schooling. For a lot of students, online schooling was just another way to get lazy. I am guilty of being one who struggled, at times showing up for classes late or simply sleeping through it. Some absolutely enjoy learning from the comfort of their beds, but struggled with poor internet signals. And yet we persisted true to San-Juan North. Despite the challenges, we persevered in pursuing greatness and connected via those screens. Thankfully, we re-entered school in Form 3, which allowed for our grades to improve and for us to be social again after 2 years of hiding. Now, we are graduating as Form 5 with the individuals and friends we met along the way. Can we pause and give ourselves a round of applause, please?
When you speak about San-Juan North, mention must be made of extracurricular activities, as it played an integral part in our school life. From karate to chess, to the ISCF club, and of course, our sports teams. San-Juan North has 3 main sports teams: netball, rugby, and football. The netball team of San-Juan North in 2023 won the overall district league and went on to place 3rd in the national championship league. This would not have been possible without the outstanding players, some of whom are graduating today: Renelle Haywood and Celeste Lindsay. The San-Juan North's rugby team has also experienced their share of success, as the girls under 18 team placed first and the boys team came third. Some of our outstanding players were even selected for the Nationals women's and men's teams. Shanisha John and Declan Hamilton. The reputation of football in San-Juan North precedes them, so very little needs to be said. It is known far and wide that our school's football team is one of the best. And again, two of our excellent footballers, Jadiel Joseph and Jahishua Ferguson, are graduating with us today. Whether it was the thrilling victories in netball or rugby, or the adrenaline rush of a last-minute goal in football, these victorious moments united us and taught us the importance of resilience, teamwork, and school spirit. There are a lot of things we will miss dearly when we officially leave San-Juan North. We will miss running into class when Miss Alexander or Mr. Blake was roaming the block. We will miss the rugby games, the netball uniforms, and the football excitement. We will miss the time we spent with our friends, memorable experiences like field trips, going to Bigo to pick mangoes and pomerancs, and making a mouth-watering chow. We will miss teasing Miss Hendrickson that there was a roach in the class, watching Miss Innes get angry for not doing her Spanish homework, annoying Miss Rampersad with the silliest of things. We will not miss getting reprimanded by Miss Hernandez, but will, however, miss her beautiful smile. And the treats Miss Swamba gave us, oh boy, we will definitely miss that. If there is one thing we definitely will not miss, it will be that new cell phone policy.
Fellow graduates, we have now officially come to the end of one chapter. We owe a debt of gratitude to God, for without God, we will not be able to be here or have the ability to make it to this point. We also owe gratitude to everyone who has influenced our education, from the lessons of our subject teachers to the direction and assistance of our form teachers who guide us along this rocky path, to the unwavering love and support of our parents. We had fun, made mistakes, learned lessons, and laughed our way to this great achievement today. We take with us a wealth of lessons and recollection as we depart San-Juan North. Leonard Cohen once said, and I quote, "Success is survival." And indeed, my graduating year group and I have survived 5 years without quitting. In doing so, we have succeeded. But we have not only survived, we have conquered. And today, as a graduating class, we can each boldly declare, hard work conquers all. I am a conqueror, receiving my blessing.
And to the graduates of Form 5, I say to you, congrats for reaching this juncture in your academic journey. I wish you all the best as you continue to strive for excellence in your academic pursuits. To my fellow Form 6 students, we are officially closing this journey, our secondary school journey. I am Christiano Geese, and today I am humbled by the honor and privilege it is to have been given the title of Form 6 Valedictorian for the year 2024. My secondary school journey began at St. Francois Girls College, where I spent 2 years. I then continued to San-Juan South Secondary School, where I did CSEC examinations and attained 7 subjects. 2 years ago is when I first set foot in the doors of San-Juan North Secondary School. And honestly, I didn't know what to expect because I heard so many stories about the school, good, bad, and indifferent. Thankfully though, I am not one that is easily swayed, because I must say what an experience it has been. I remember the first month at the school being so chaotic due to the maintenance of the buildings, and the Form 6 homeroom was the library. I also remember free periods on the C block, and it being just a matter of time before Ms. Hammond would be saying, "What y'all doing down here? Go to class." I also remember when I was first selected to be a prefect, and my peers and I had to look after Form 1 and 2 classes. Me, being the friendly Form 6, I knew everyone's name. When I didn't know theirs, they surely knew mine. Frequently, my younger counterparts would find me to ask for advice, help, or to beg for $5. But honestly, nothing could beat the quiet lunchtimes in the humid classrooms when my peers and I would have nothing better to do but sit and talk about any and everything that would cross our minds, filling the rooms with endless laughter. But what is school without the teachers, right? I shouldn't forget to mention the supportive teachers that I've encountered along the way, whom I believe truly played a part in my success this far, such as Ms. Suknoin and Mr. Jeremiah, who showed me what they like to call tough love. Ms. Clark and my form teachers, Ms. Lewis and Mr. Taylor. Their dedication and devotion, not only to ensuring academic success, but also their students' well-being, need not go unnoticed. Today's theme, "I am a conqueror, receiving my blessing," piqued my interest. So I decided to research what the word conquer meant. It means to successfully overcome or to win. I then realized in order to win, one must lose. In order to appreciate a blessing, one must be able to endure life without feeling like you have won. Just now. Okay. I had to go through times of feeling stressed, depressed, and frustrated. A feeling each of us can relate to, I'm sure. But endurance is the name of the game. Because on days like these, it surely shows you, your parents, and the ones that you love, that you are indeed a conqueror. I join with my fellow graduates to boldly declare, hard work does conquer all. I am a conqueror, receiving my blessing. Thank you.
Could we give a heart-warming, heartfelt round of applause for all of our valedictorians this morning?
I almost thought that these valedictorians were trying to test the strength of my setting spray, sir. You know, because...
Yes.
Yeah. But there are two things that really stood out to me, and let me do test the strength of the setting spray. The fifth former said that they built resilience, teamwork, and school spirit. And then Chrisanne said, you had to lose to win. Let that sink in a minute. You have to lose to win. I don't know if you all know how profound that is, because you really can't appreciate the win until you've lost. Ask somebody who has fell down 10 times and found what was needed to get back up one more time. Just one more time. When life said, you're not worthy, and somebody passed by just in time, and said, you are everything. God sees you and he says, you are everything. Thank you for that reminder, ladies.
And let me share something about this young lady right here, our Form 6 valedictorian. I was her form teacher in lower 6, and almost every single day, Chrisanne is present in school, regardless of what is happening. And because of that, just being present. Now, there are times when nothing going on in school, but Chrisanne is there. If she's not sitting on the bench, she's in the classroom. If she's not in the classroom, she's by the cafeteria. If she's not by the cafeteria, she's in the library. But she is there, and she is working. And she is showing all of her peers what consistency means, what hard work means, what determination means. I mean, me and Chrisanne used to have it out sometimes, but because, you know, right. But that never stopped her, you know, and that only made her stronger and only made her into the person that you are seeing standing here today. I want us to give her another round of applause. Her excellence, her determination, and her hard work. You all can step forward too, because the three of them were selected as well for a very, very, very important reason. These three young ladies that you see, these four young ladies that you see standing in front of you here, worked arduously to receive their blessings this morning. Each one of them. So I'd like to invite Miss Chandler, our past principal, to come and give a small presentation to our valedictorians. Thank you very much.
Us to join us. An interesting fact, the current counselor is a former student of the esteemed San-Juan North Secondary School. And thank you very much. We want to say thank you for taking the time out. We know you have a busy schedule this morning, but you still took the time to grace us with your presence, and we thank you for that. So we will allow you the opportunity to go to your next appointment now. Now, when we did our earlier salutations, we purposely left out one person from the salutations because we wanted it to be special when we introduced him, which is our featured speaker for today. And this was, when we were looking at his bio, I had to go look up a lot of stuff because I was like, oh, that is a sport that I was unfamiliar with. But it tells you how diverse our country is and how many things we do and excel in. And this morning, our featured speaker adds life to the, we will call it the pilau. That is the culture of Trinidad and Tobago. A lovely, he could be the meat and the seasoning and the rice and the peas all in one. So, here's our esteemed guest.
Yes. Mr. Andrew Lewis, Trinidad and Tobago's first laser sailing Olympic athlete. Mr. Lewis was born in 1989 in Trinidad and Tobago, overcame early challenges with dyslexia and ADD to excel in sports, arts, and drama. Guided by his motto, hard work pays, he navigated academic difficulties and discovered a passion for sailing at age 7.
On May the 10th, 2012, Mr. Lewis made history as Trinidad and Tobago's first Olympic laser sailor. That still gets me. He competed at the London 2012 Games, and he also participated in the Rio 2016 and Tokyo 2020 Olympics, achieving personal best and medaling at a World Cup.
Lewis is committed to community service, particularly supporting the dyslexia community through his foundation. He mentors youth and teaches sailing, focusing on education, sport, and community building. After retiring post-Tokyo 2020, Lewis became a coach for the Canadian Olympic team, aiding athletes from multiple countries in their Olympic preparations.
Andrew Lewis epitomizes dedication, sportsmanship, and humanitarianism. Too big a word. Serving as a role model and coach dedicated to developing both athletes and individuals. And it is our esteemed pleasure to welcome Trinidad and Tobago's first, I say it again, the first laser sailing Olympic athlete, Mr. Andrew Lewis.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I don't have much time. We don't all have much time, as a matter of fact. But the time I came here to spend is with the beautiful human beings in the tan and green outfits. I could spend an extra 5 minutes doing all the protocols and saying who is here, what they do, and all protocols observed. But that's not my time here today. So I'm going to cut straight to it. And no disrespect to anyone. There's one thing I found on this planet that I believe every single one of y'all want. I believe we all want the same exact thing. And I've been looking for a long time to find this answer, to find what that is. And I ask people this question all the time because it's one of my main addresses. And I hear responses like, I want money. I hear responses like, I want family. I want happiness. I want a job. These are correct. These are things that we all do want. But that's not the one thing I have found that we all want. And if we find this thing, we are alive. If you don't, you're living a slow death. That's the reality. So we're living in a country, living in a world, we're living on a planet that's full of negativity, guns, violence, the food we eat contaminated, the way we speak derogatory, the way we love false, the way we operate destined for a slow death. That is not why you were put on this planet. The chance of you making it here on this planet is 1 in 400 billion. 1 in 400 billion. You tell me that's a mistake? That is the most purposeful reason to exist. You are here because there's a reason. And the answer to that one thing that we all want is that if you feel like you exist on this planet for a reason, you're alive. The day you will feel like you don't exist here is the day you start dying. So my message today in my speech is, what are you a product of? Because we are all a product of something. Are you a product of negativity or are you a product of positivity? I grew up at 7 years old having this sporting world, and they're putting me in these unique classes because Andrew can't read as good, and Andrew's writing his hair, and Andrew's mother is worried. And they keep, moving me to sides, and I don't really understand what's going on. But what I did understand very clearly is I knew what I was good at. I knew I was good at sport. I knew I was good at helping people, and I knew I was good at asking questions. And once I could do these things, I could get anything I wanted. I could get anything I wanted. And I'm going to use that anything very carefully, so give me a moment. But what are you becoming a product of? Because I made it very clear to myself to evaluate my background, evaluate my family, evaluate my friends. And anything I saw inside of there that was a product of negativity or a product of something that was not going to make me this person who I'm really working hard to become. Yes, I say become because it's going to be a journey forever. That success journey I'm on is a journey forever. That anybody who was not part of that journey, you're off my train. Get off my train. You're not on board. And you may not even realize I put you off board, because I do that in many different ways. So evaluate who you are, where you have come from, and start to connect with where you're going. You're at a really, really great opportunity here right now. You all have just gotten a marvelous education. And me, this is my first time speaking at this school. This is my first time attending this school. And for those of you who don't know, I actually drove to the school by mistake this morning. But that's all right. At least I got to see the school and the students in one. So I have a little bit more of a connection. And you all have a wonderful school, wonderful sporting facilities and opportunities and sporting teams. I love to hear the accolades and the opportunities that schools give to sport. Because I believe that sport is as important, and in some cases even more important than academics. Because what happens with sport is it gives you a physical strength while building a mental strength. In the classroom, you get a lot of some physical, but not as much, but a lot of mental. You must use your body as you were gifted. When you were a little baby, you were consistently trying as hard as you can to learn to walk and then to learn to run. Why did you stop? Why did you stop? Never stop using this physical gift that you have. Keep it healthy. I always tell people, the day you stop being able to touch your toe is a problem. The day you think that sitting down on the floor is a problem, you're no longer grounded. Use these simple things to keep you healthy. Use this gift to make sure that you're getting as much out of it as possible. So what you are becoming a product of from today is an opportunity to go out to further your education, to further the gift of life. Become this product that you can't even imagine how you're going to get there. You think me at 13 years old telling people I'm going to go to the Olympic Games was not a laugh in my face from many times? Yeah. Who's this crazy boy? The Olympic Games in sailing, Trinidad and Tobago. Only 43 of these people in the entire planet get to go to the Olympic Games every 4 years. 43 in the whole world. And you think you're going to be one of them? Yeah. Now, I said earlier that I could get whatever I want and become whoever I want. Do I have an Olympic medal? I do not. Does that mean I can't have whatever it is? No. It means that the Lord said that's not for you. There's something else for you. Those of you who know the story, what happened to me in Rio 9 months before the Olympic Games, where the wall came down on top of me, crushed me. And I had to really recover in a fast manner to be able to sail that Olympic Games. I stand in front of you all here with 40-something screws in my face, 7 plates, a big rod in my leg, 4 screws in my left leg, experiencing ribs go into your lungs. You can't walk, you can't breathe properly, you can't even eat properly. The basics taken away. The Lord said, Andrew, I said, no problem, Lord, let me go. That is what I am a product of. I don't see the problems. People very close to me will tell me what's happening in the news and stuff. I said, hey, I don't have time for that. How are you doing? You good? You need a hug? You need a kiss? You need a hand? You need something? No? Okay, cool, I'm off. Do not bring that negativity by me. I don't want to hear it. I only want to hear it if I am going there to help fix it. Because that is what I want to be part of. I want to be going to create solutions and fix it. Otherwise, I'm not interested in news. So this is the opportunity for you all. I think I have explained very clearly what I have become a product of. Now you define, there will never be another Andrew Lewis. Everything other than that will be imitation. You define you. Whatever your name is, write it on a piece of paper and build that person into who you want to be. Treasure that opportunity of life, that beating heart, which I call your fire. Treasure that fire and continue to add wood to it and let it blaze and let it blaze. And you know what happens when things blaze? When people get cold, they want to come take some warmth. And when the wrong people are not around and they come to touch it, they get burnt. Your fire makes you unstoppable. It's made me unstoppable. So build that fire in whatever you see your passion in life. So I'm going to remind you, and I'm going to give you all 2 tools to leave here with today that can help you on this journey. Tool number 1, write down any problem you are having, any problem. Everything on that piece of paper you've written that you can solve, highlight it. Anything you don't have control of, erase it. Only focus on the things you can control. Everything else will be born on a positive manner because you've done that. Tool number 2, the AAA. Number 1, awareness. Be aware. Be aware of where you're going, who you're going with. Be aware of what's happening to you. Be aware, most importantly, of what you are saying and thinking. Once your awareness is strong, start to get very attuned to where this awareness is taking you. Be really in tune with it. If you're really in tune with something, you're going to quickly realize I'm making a bad decision or making a good decision. And the third A is adaptable. If you can't adapt, you can't survive. Be very adaptable. I'm the kind of person who's always interested to learn. I'm here to learn till the last breath I have on this planet. I'm here to make sure that Andrew Lewis can adapt in any situation possible. And when I can't, I know who can help me. I pray about it. And when I pray about it and I get that message, most of the time, the guidance to the message is who to go and talk to, who to go and connect with. Because we cannot succeed on this planet alone. You're going to hear the term self-made. Self-made. That doesn't exist in my world because we were put on this planet by two people. You're not self-made. Human beings are designed to be collaborative, to be together. So in closing, I really ask you all to leave with this question. First question, are you alive or are you living a slow death? And question number 2, what are you becoming a product of? If you take those 2 questions home with you today and explore those for the rest of your life, I guarantee you'll be on your way to an easier life. Thank you very much, everybody, for having me here today. God bless, and congratulations to the graduation class 2024. Thank you.
Mr. Lewis, could you just remain? Before you leave, I want to invite Ms. Chrisanne Auguste, or Form 6 Valedictorian, to present a token to our feature speaker, Mr. Lewis.
Thank you so much. And we appreciate you. Mr. Taylor, how many gems you got?
So much.
So much.
So much.
Listen, I almost shouted amen somewhere along this speech. Then I remember this is a church, but this wasn't a church service. But there were so many opportunities to say hallelujah. So many opportunities to say thank you, Lord. Listen, which one stood out to you the most?
There was something, a personal moment that he mentioned. But he used it as a metaphor. He said there was this wall that came crashing down. And I took away from that there will always be walls that immobilize you, that come crashing down on you. But he had a very short space to recover. And sometimes life is like that. It isn't always steady. It isn't always constant. Sometimes even the walls that you build come crashing down on you. But what do? He said that he couldn't walk, he couldn't eat, he couldn't breathe. But he accepted it, miss, as part of his journey. The down moments are there to serve a very, very, very important function. And you have to accept them. Chrisanne spoke about it, or feature speaker spoke about it. What we learn in the down moments, in those moments when the walls come crashing down, sometimes are the most valuable life lessons ever. Yeah?
The thing that stood out to me a lot, because we are members of San-Juan North, and if this doesn't resonate with the students, the administration, the teachers, we're not in the same school. AAA, awareness, stay attuned, and be adaptable. This is literally the story of our school. We have to build awareness, because not just awareness of who we are, but of our environment, of the impact we make on each other, of the challenges with our infrastructure. And that awareness allows us to be more in tune and to stay attuned to how are we going to break past, like you said, those adversities and still come out resilient on the other side, and then adapt. How many teachers in here and students can attest to your journey at SAWA is one of adaptability? If you can't say yeah, it's literally a journey of adaptability. But what that adaptability has taught us, because you remember those days of creating your own creative arts room?
Yes.
It taught us that we don't have to look at the problems only, but like he said, always be solution-oriented. Always be solution-driven. And I'll say this to the graduating class. Life is going to throw you so many curveballs. You have a choice to lie down and cry and give up, or you have a choice to look for all the possible solutions. And stay attuned with what God is depositing into you and showing you how to navigate. It is easy to say, I can't, I won't, I'm tired. But you know what's even greater? When you say, I have power. I have power that God has deposited in me to keep going. So, Mr. Lewis, thank you so much for the reminder. And I feel like you spent a year in SAWA before you wrote that, that speech, because it sounded like somebody who was a member of SAWA North Secondary. So we now make you an honorable member of our school. Mr. Taylor, this thing is yours now.
This thing is mine. Miss,
this thing is yours.
One more thing I want to mention is to our parents. The message that our feature speaker addressed, it resonated with the students, it resonated with the teachers, but also parents. I saw you all shaking your heads and clapping along. The journey has not ended. The journey is ongoing, not only for the students, but for you. You are also part of the journey. And I hope that the message that the feature speaker provided this morning, you also took away some strong moments from it. Focus on the things that you can control. Yeah, very, very strong message.
Mr. Taylor, I think in all our years of doing this, today would be a first for us with this next section.
Yes, it would.
At least it's a first to me, but Sir has been here longer than me. Is this a first to you, like, all together?
No. It's
but
not
it's
a
first to you up here.
It's a first to me up here, yes.
Yeah. And I'm excited. And I don't get excited about a lot of things too easily. But I'm excited about our graduating class of 2024 serenading us.
Yeah.
I am excited. So, we need our little announcer voice.
Parents and teachers and students, I'd like to now invite you to listen to the wonderful voices of our graduating class of 2024.
As they sing their graduating song, Conqueror.
Life is like a big merry-go-round. You're up and then down, going through circles trying to get to where you are. Everybody's been counting you out, but where are they now? Do you see more anxious faces in the crowd? We all make mistakes. You so come prepared to fight. You never know where the road leads you. Not everyone's gonna believe you. And even though the wrong don't prove the right, I'd rather stand tall than never mind his. I'm a conqueror, and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me, I'm a conqueror. I'm a conqueror. Ooh, I'm a conqueror. Only mistakes you might fall on your face, but you gotta get up. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face. Don't ever give up. I'd rather stand tall than never mind his. I'm a conqueror, and I won't accept defeat. Try telling me no. One thing about me, I'm a conqueror. I'm a conqueror. Ooh, I'm a conqueror. We all make mistakes. You might fall on your face, but I'm a
One more time for the graduating class of 2024.
Give it up, give it up.
Conqueror. Oh, you may be seated. Listen.
No, that's not. Let me just give her a little acknowledgement. And before she returns to her seat, ladies and gentlemen, parents, graduates, this is Miss Dania Pierre of the 5 Creative Arts. Thank you very much, Dania. Yes, you can return to your seat.
Listen, I want to shout out the 6 formers in the corner there. Only bring the vibes. Listen, they had the whole vibes going in this area.
They say no over here, you know. Actually, her form class had more vibes than the form, see? Yeah? Miss, we ain't starting that war again. We all right, okay. We ain't starting that war again. All right.
You're not going to. I tired see you lose today. I'm not doing it to you again. But that was really nice. That was a nice, refreshing experience with our graduating class. I enjoyed that. Now we move on to a part of the program that is a little bit more on the extra celebration side. And this is the time where those students who worked really hard and those who improved over the years get to be acknowledged. And it's not that all of our students are not being acknowledged today, but these students really bore down and did a little extra. They put in a little bit more hours and they fought through the challenges. And it would be remiss of us not to acknowledge that extra effort that was put out by those students. So first, we would like to invite Mrs. Gabrielle Nurse to join us as she would assist us in giving out the awards for Most Outstanding Student.
I'd like to invite Latoya John of 5 Agriculture, who's receiving an award for Most Outstanding. From 5 Business, Malcolm Agard. From 5 Languages, Tourism and Creative Arts, Hannah Cambridge. From 5 Physical Education, Anoja Aberdeen. From 5 Science, Abigail George. From 5 Secretarial, Asia Aberdeen. From 5 Technical 1, Wayne Isaac. Five Technical 2, Stefan Turton. Five Technical 3, Jelani St. Aud. Five Technical 4, Declan Hamilton. Five Home Economics 1, Amira Aberdeen. Five Home Economics 2, Nakia Nelson. Five Home Economics 3, Shania Alexis. And from Upper 6, Faith Adonis. Most Outstanding Class Awards. Round of applause for all the students. Thank you very much, Ms. Nurse. I'd like to invite Mrs. Donna Yearwood Roof, one of our vice principals, as we move on to Most Improved. And now we move on to Most Improved Class Awards.
For 5 Agriculture, we have William Prince. For 5 Business, we have Jovan Haru. For language, tourism, and creative arts, we have Aliyah Khalis. For 5 physical education, we have Antonio Lambert. For 5 science, we have Abia Aberdeen. And for 5 technical one, we have Antonio Samaru. For 5 secretarial, we have Amaris Finch.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Yearwood Roof. We want to invite Ms. Rudder to join us now on stage as we continue with the Class Awards Most Improved.
For 5 technical 2, we have Kieran Eastman. For 5 technical 3, we have Nicholas Norega. For 5 technical 4, we have David Perusa. David, have fun. For 5 home economics 1, we have Marissa Rajkumar. For 5 home economics 2, we have Khadisha Charles. For 5 home economics 3, we have Malika Miraj. And for upper 6, we have Chrisanne Ogis.
Thank you very much, Ms. Rudder. And we have a wonderful item up next. We're going to go to a musical item, Try Everything, by students of San-Juan North Secondary School. So could you give them a round of applause as they make their way up for the song.
lost up tonight. I've lost another fight. I still mess up, but I just start again. I keep falling down. I keep on hitting the ground. I always get up now to see what's next. Birds don't just fly, they fall down and get up. Nobody learns without getting it wrong. I won't give up, no, I won't give in till I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I may fail. I won't give up, no, I won't give in until I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I may fail. Oh, 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 oh. Try everything. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. How far you've come, you filled your heart with love. Baby, you're turning up, take a deep breath. Don't beat yourself up, don't need to run so fast. Sometimes we come less, but we did our best. I won't give up, no, I won't give in until I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I may fail. I won't give up, no, I won't give in until I reach the end, and then I'll start again. No, I won't leave. I wanna try everything. I wanna try even though I may fail. I'll keep on making those new mistakes. I'll keep on making them every day. Those new mistakes. Oh, 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 oh. Try everything. Oh, 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 oh. Try everything. Oh, 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 oh. Try everything. Oh, 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 oh. Try everything.
So I would just like to put a little note at the bottom of try everything. Not everything, people. No drugs. Nothing illegal. No guns. Just saying, you know, we're saying try everything that is within the pure, honest. You know, because children can take things real literal, try everything, and you're out there, and next thing you're on the side. So just a little, I just needed to put the little disclaimer in.
Yes, miss. Well received. I would like to believe that. So next we're going to move on to the subject awards. I would like to invite Miss Natasha Smith.
Okay, so we want to start with 5 agriculture. So the subject is agricultural science, and the recipient is Latoya For biology, we want to invite Abigail George of 5 Science.
From Building and Furniture Technology, Jamari Thomas from 5 Tech 2. For chemistry, I hope I'm pronouncing the surname correctly, Natalia Fashoti of 5 Science. Was I right?
And of course, it's my pleasure to do this one. For cosmetology, Shania Alexis of 5 Home Economics 3. And for economics, we invite Malcolm Agard of 5 Business.
EDPM, Naira Hills of 5 Creative Arts. Naira. For electrical installation, Declan Hamilton, 5 Tech 4.
For electronics, Wayne Isaac of 5 Tech 1. For English A, Javon Haru of 5 Business.
For English B, Tamika Smart of 5 Business. And for Family and Resource Management, Marissa Rajkumar of 5 Home Economics 1.
For Food, Nutrition and Health, Amira Aberdeen of 5 Home Economics 1. And for Geography, Hannah Cambridge of 5 Creative Arts.
As well for History, Hannah Cambridge of 5 Creative Arts. Human and Social Biology, Anoja Aberdeen of 5 Physical Education. We want to thank Ms. Smith. Thank you very much, Ms. Smith. And we invite Mrs. Nasha Sudama. Yes?
So for Information Technology, we welcome Shanika Paul of 5 Tech 3. And for Integrated Science, we welcome Asia Aberdeen of 5 Secretarial. For Mathematics, we welcome Hannah Cambridge of 5 Creative Arts. For MET, we welcome Shanika Paul of 5 Tech 3. And for MET as well, we welcome Nicholas Norega of 5 Tech 3. And for music, we welcome Kezia Jacob of 5 PE. So we would like to thank Ms. Sudama for assisting us. And now we would like to welcome Mrs. Hema Kumia Mirage to join us.
For OA, we have Asia Aberdeen of 5 Secretarial. Physical Education, Stephon Turton of 5 Tech 2. For Physics, Abigail George of 5 Science. Principles of Accounts, Naira Hills of 5 Creative Arts. Principles of Business, Asia Aberdeen, 5 Secretarial. Social Studies, Anosia Aberdeen, 5 Physical Education. Technical Drawing, Jelani St. Ord of 5 Tech 3. Textiles, Clothing and Fashion, Nikia Nelson of 5 Home Economics 2. Theatre Arts, Miss Dania Pierre of 5 Creative Arts. Adding a little extra for Dania. Visual Arts, Abigail George of 5 Science.
And for our upper 6 subject awards, for accounting and for Caribbean studies, we welcome Krista Nogis.
And for Performing Arts, which is the subject that I teach, Miss Faith Adonis of Upper 6.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Kumia Mirage. No, I don't want to hear any of the students clapping. I want to hear the teachers and the parents and the administrators giving all of our students who received their academic awards a lusty round of applause. Lovely. Now we will move on to our sporting and special awards. And we would like to invite Mr. Kyle Strawn to join us.
For badminton, we have Stefan Langine of 5P. Basketball, Josiah St. Louis of Upper 6. Female football, Kiara Felix of 5 Science. Male football, Jadiel Joseph of 5 Business. Martial arts, Natalia Fashuti of 5 Science.
Continuing, we have for netball, Renelle Harewood of 5 Secretarial. Rugby female, we have Shanika Paul of 5 Tech 3. For rugby male, we have Declan Hamilton of 5 Tech 4. For track and field, we have Dania Pierre of 5 Creative Arts. And for volleyball, we have Stephanie Collins of 5 Business. So we say a very hearty thank you to Mr. Strawn. And we'll now invite Miss Arlene Chandler to join us for the special awards.
Most outstanding student in steel orchestra at San-Juan North Secondary School in 2024, we have Kezia Jacob of 5P.
And our Good Citizenship Award for the most outstanding student participating in sports as well is Chanisha John of 5 Creative Arts.
Thank you very much, Ms. Chandler.
Thank you so much for assisting us.
So we can now give a round of applause, parents again, and administration and teachers, for all those students that would have received sporting awards and special awards.
So, in the principal's speech today, she would have reminded us that after a 10-year hiatus, our school steel orchestra was revived. Who said they did really well? Who vibes out to them this year at the competition? Who bought a jersey? Who stayed back for practice? Who was waving a flag? So was our honorable flagman this year. And our steel orchestra just blew us out the water. And I think it is a treat, sir, for the graduating class of 2024 to be blessed with the musical rendition of our steel orchestra. Can we get a little something for them? So do you need a flag?
No, miss, no. the most vibes, the San-Juan North Secondary School Steel Orchestra. Yeah.
So I almost tell Jaden to stay on the drums there and give me a little 30 seconds. You know? But I know he does get carried away. So not today. Now, this is the part where we now honor our graduating class. It's about you, isn't it? Graduating class of 2024. Just one more time. I'm a conqueror. Nah.
I'm a conqueror.
I have never heard an army get victory and went, we win. We win. That whole song, we win. What is that? So, now you're using from your diaphragm come up. You know? When we're trying to tell Oli on the mic to shut up because it's assembly, you know, the same gusto Oli that's be making the noise with in the hall? That same gusto now. So one more time, class of 2024. I'm a conqueror receiving my blessings. Can we go after 4? 3, 4. And this is where we now take time out to celebrate the entire class of 2024. Parents, this is where you get to take your little mini video. Do not obstruct anybody else. Don't get into any fights to get your photos. But this is the time where your child gets to shine with their class. We would, for each class, we would first invite the form teacher of the class to join us. So when we call the class, we'll also acknowledge who the form teacher or form teachers are, and we will invite you to join us. We are also asking that the last student that we call, could you please remain with us on the stage? The last student from each class, please remain with us on the stage for a minute before you return to your seat. Are those instructions clear? So first we'll ask the form teachers to join us. We'll call the class, and the last student from the class would remain with us for a minute before returning to their seats. And we will let you know when we get to the end of each class, so you can hold the applause, and we would applaud the entire class as one. Applaud the entire class as one. Is that okay? Just so that the students can hear their names clearly.
Yeah. So we begin with upper 6. We'll invite Miss D. Lewis to join us. And we start with Chrisan Auguste, Kadifa Ferret, Daniela Robert, Josiah St. Louis, Faith Adonis, and Ruth St. Louis. And Ruth, can you just remain? Ruth is going to present her form teacher with a small token.
Now you all can applaud for the entire upper sixth class. For Form 5 Agriculture, we invite Ms. El Mohammed. And firstly, we invite Isaiah Adams. Followed by Latoya John. William Prince. And Isaiah Sinclair. And Isaiah would also do the presentation to his form teacher. And now you can applaud for the entire 5 agriculture class.
Next, we move on to 5 business. And for this class, the form teachers were Mr. Brunton and Miss K. Mohammed, but we'd like to invite Miss Rudder to come and give the presentations of the certificates. So first, we start off with Malcolm Agard. Then Janika Allen. Carice Best. Tiana Brooms. Anaya Busby. Stephanie Collins. Isha Downs. Shaquille Duncan. Jovan Haru. Shondell Jackson. Janae John.
Janae has fans.
Zaire John. Jadiel Joseph. Kevin Maraj. Sienna Mangra. Shanika Patterson. Melanie Perusa. Roshana Singh. Tamika Smart. And Rishan St. Louis. Thank you very much, Miss Rhoda.
And we will allow Miss Rhoda to accept the gift for Miss Mohammed.
Okay. Miss Mohammed, if you could just wave.
To us.
Miss Mohammed is sitting right there. She's here with her form class. But unfortunately, she's not too well, but she still rallied through to come and support
So
her
Miss
class.
Rhoda will present to her on our behalf. Thank you, Miss.
Thank you.
And now I will invite the form teachers of 5HE 1, 2, and 3, Mrs. M. Cummins and Miss M. Cummins and Mrs. L. Alexander Simon. Oh, and we did not give a round of applause for our business class. So could we have it one time for our business class? I realized that class had some special fans in the audience. So we would start. Ms. Cummins, you would do 5HE 1. And we will welcome Amira Aberdeen, Othniel Almorales, sorry. Cassia Duma. And I will ask Ms. Cummins to remain as she gives out the award for 5 Home Economics to Nakia Nelson. Thank you, Ms. Cummins, but please don't leave the stage. We'll welcome Mrs. L. Alexander Simon to do 5 Home Economics 3. And we will start with Shania Alexis, followed by Destiny Fernandez, Akia George, Malika Mirage, Nalisha Mohammed, Haziah Roberts, and Candy Taylor. And we'll ask Candy to remain to give the token to our form teachers. And we can give a round of applause to the entire Home Economics 1, 2, and 3. So we thank you, Ms. Cummins and Ms. Alexander Simon, so much for assisting us.
Next, we move on to 5 Language, Tourism, Creative Arts. We invite the form teachers, Ms. S. Rampasad and Ms. T. Hernandez. I must say, San-Juan North Secondary teachers dressed to impress this morning, you know. Everybody, you know, wow. Students, you all should feel extra special. So we start with Ms. Rampasad. We start with Ms. Rampasad first. And then we will go with the students now. Ariel Alexander, Etosha Bartholomew, Cameron Keane. Aliyah Kalis. Hannah Cambridge. Jaishua Ferguson. Not gonna ask what's wrong with your foot. And Kayla Ford. And we thank Ms. Rampasad, and we move to Ms. Hernandez. But don't go too far, Ms. Rampasad. We continue Amelia Gopal Singh. Mekai Hay. Tonya Jacobs. Shanisha John. Celeste Lindsay. Sinisha Mitchell. Dania Pierre. And Kenya Williams. And we ask Kenya to stay
for her very emotional form teachers this morning. Can we have it one time for the
form teachers, Ms. Rampasad and Ms. Hernandez.
And for the entire language and tourism class.
Thank you very much, Miss and Miss. It is not unnoticed the hard work that the teachers at let me just repeat that. It does not go unnoticed the hard-working teachers at San-Juan North.
Now we invite the teacher, the form teacher for 5 physical education, Mrs. Mohammed. Mrs. I. Mohammed. Here. Sorry for the typo. Mrs. A. Mohammed. And we welcome Anosha Aberdeen, Michael Batiste, Sprinkle Dixon, Nathaniel Duncan, Kezia Jacob, Malachi Fernandez, and Malik Ramirez. And we will ask Malik to stay to do the presentation to his form teacher as well. Could we have it one time for the physical education class?
Next, we move on to 5 science, and we invite Ms. S. Jaikaran Colley. And we continue. Abia Aberdeen. Thank you. Isabella Gopal. Gabriel Bagu. Carisha Cupid. Adonai Edwards. Natalia Pashoti. Kiara Felix. Abigail George. Elacia Henry. Keon Ranger. Brianna Victor. And Anaya Winchester. And we ask Anaya to stay to present Ms. Jaikaran Colley with her token. Give it up one more time for 5 Science.
And now we move on to 5 Secretarial. And we invite Mrs. S. Joseph Daniel to join us. Well, we invite Mrs. Yearwood Roof to assist us with the 5 Secretarial class in the absence of Mrs. Joseph Daniel. Asia Aberdeen. Anastasia Chutu. Jordan Dodds. Amaris Finch. Renelle Harewood. Afia Jacob. Josiah Lalbihari. Jade Osuna. Jade has fans. Devontae Roberts. And Nirvana Sukai. And we'll ask Nirvana to remain as well to bless her for Mr. Kalek on behalf of the form teacher. And we will just ask Mr. Kalek on behalf of Mrs. Yes. And could we have it one more time for the entire class of 5 Secretarial?
Next, we move on to 5 Technical 1. And the form teacher, Mr. K. Pabaru. No? Then, oh yes. We begin with Jemani Lewis. Kai Morris. And Andrew Pope. And Andrew, if you can remain to present your form teacher with his token. And now we can have a round of applause for 5 Technical 1.
We move on to 5 Technical 2, and we invite Mr. K. Serret to join us. So you see introductions? You see introductions? You're blocking the awesomeness of the glare from these lovely graduates. So we invite, firstly, Kieran Eastman, followed by Jaden Edwards. Kevin Felix. Cristiano Singh. Jamari Thomas. And Stefan Turton. And we'll ask Stefan to remain for the token to his form teacher. Can we have it one time for the 5 Technical 2 class and their social media form teacher? You know, he said he's an influencer.
Yeah, and we'll move on to 5 Technical 3. Their form teacher, Mr. Thornton, is not here. But Mr. Serret will, if you can do us the honor of, thank you.
No, more influencing.
And we begin with Aaron Boudram, Kristen Charles, Michael Farrell, Michael Joseph, Josiah Lopez, Jordan Marcel, Romello Moses, Nicholas Noriega, Shanika Paul, Jelani St. Ord, Isaiah Sterling, Isaiah Sterling.
Isaiah, could you present, let's accept on behalf of Mr. Thornton first. And could we have it one time for the 5 Technical 3 class? We move on to 5 Technical 4. We invite Mr. A. Duku to join us. And we first invite Sanjeev Ghani. Sanjeev from a whole fan. Declan Hamilton. and David Perusa. And we'll ask David to present to his form teacher as well. And could we have it one time for the 5 Technical 4 class? And now, just so that all the parents could have their shining moment, we're going to ask all the graduates to just stand one moment with your certificates. Face your parents in the audience.
Parents, this is your moment. Get those phones out.
And this is where the parents, and this is where I'm now going to ask all of our teachers and our administrators, as the parents get their photos of their graduating class, to give it up one time for our parents.
Miss, I remember my day. My parents had one of those disposable cameras that you had to rewind.
Yeah, now in the digital era, you can take 100 shots. And now we are asking the graduating class to give yourselves a round of applause. You made it.
And if you didn't want to smile when you came up, smile now. Give mommy and daddy a reason to smile back. Warm their hearts.
Nice. Now I've seen smiles and tears all around. So now we'll ask everyone to return to your seats and be seated at this time. And we'll just ask the music to be lowered at this time. We have something very important.
So, students, parents, and teachers, we have a very, very important mention. That we must do. There is one student who started their journey at San-Juan North Secondary School, but as fate would have it, in Form 1, was not able to complete. So, we would like to call the parent of Keon Gill.
And we would also like to take a moment of silence. He would have been graduating. Had his life continued, he would have been graduating this year with the class of 2024. So we would like to just take a moment and acknowledge his life, acknowledge his mom,
and his family as well.
And his entire family and well-wishers.
We know that Keon is smiling down at us right now.
We are going to let the rest of the family join as well.
Definitely.
You know, we know today is a very emotional day for the family. So we wanted them to celebrate with us as well and celebrate his life, a life that ended way too soon. So from the entire graduating class, our administrators, our teachers, our entire San-Juan North family, We want to say thank you for lending him to us for the short time he was with us. And we really want to ask God to just continue to hold you as you hold his memory, as you continue to honor the life that he would have lived and how he blessed your family while he was here, and how he would have blessed the Sour North family for the short time he was with us. So we would like to also present a token to the family as our way of saying we have not forgotten.
Miss Nurse, could you join us?
So even if he's not here, we are still allowing him to graduate with his class.
Yes, Mom and family, may he continue to live on in your hearts. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Nurse. And now that all of the entire class has graduated, we have a very special video presentation that will now play, that will allow you to reminisce on your entire time at school.
Yes. So you can look at any screen right now.
So we talked all night about the rest of our lives, where we're gonna be when we turn 25. I keep thinking times will never change. Keep on thinking things will always be the same. When we leave this year, we won't be coming back. No more hanging out cause we're on a different track. And if you got something that you need to say, you better say it right now cause you don't have another day. Cause we're moving on and we can't slow down. These memories are playing like a film without sound. And I keep thinking of that night in June. I didn't know much of love, but it came too soon. And it was me and you, and then we got real blue. Stay at home talking on the telephone, and we would get so excited and we'd get so scared, laughing at ourselves, thinking life's not fair. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever. So if we get the big jobs and we make the big money, when we look back now, will our jokes still be funny? Will we still remember everything we learned in school? Still be trying to break every single rule? Will little brainy Bobby be the stockbroker man? Can he ever find a job that won't interfere with the tan? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. Keep on thinking it's our time to fly. And this is how it feels. As we go on, we remember all the times we had together. And as our lives change from whatever, we will still be friends forever.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way.
So that was the entire graduating class of 2024. We'd like to move on now with a presentation for Dr. Nyan Gatsby-Dolly, and we invite Ms. Sullivan to receive on her behalf, and we invite Ms. Rudder to make the presentation. Nice. So we have almost come to the end of our program this morning. Before we leave, we would like to give a vote of thanks, and we invite Ms. Lazana S. Mohammed to come and share the vote of thanks.
Good day. Before I give the vote of thanks, I'd like to call Carisha Cupid of 5 Scions to give tokens to some teachers. Can I have Miss S. Jaikaran Colley, Miss Lamoth, Solomon Lamoth, and Miss Balki Soon. Miss Colley. Good afternoon, everyone. Warm greetings and a warm thank you for your attendance to our graduation, our specially invited guests, Representative Member of Parliament, Dr. Nyan Gatsby-Dolly, Ms. Sullivan, Representative from the Ministry of Education, School Supervisor 3, Sanjeev Prasad, Fairview Village and Bukmalatras Councillor, Ms. Coward Charles, Retired Principal of San-Juan North, Ms. Arlene Chandler, Representative or the PTA President of San-Juan North Secondary, Ms. Onika Calendar, Bishop Agnes and Gary George, Community Police Officer Shelley Ann Tudor, past teachers of San-Juan North Secondary, Sensei Jewel McLeod Roberts, Principal of Fairview Government Primary, Mr. Darrell Joseph. Thank you kindly for taking this time to attend our graduation. I would like to acknowledge God for his blessings and ever-present guidance in helping the graduation committee, the administration, and the teachers of San-Juan North Secondary for allowing us to present this graduation to our graduating class of 2024 and their parents. To our principals, Ms. Gabrielle Nurse, Vice Principals, Ms. Donna Yewood-Roof, and Ms. Yukita Rudder, thank you very much for your unwavering guidance and support throughout this process. Thank you to our guest speaker, Mr. Andrew Lewis, for inspiring our students to become a product of positivity. I would like to say a very special thank you to Agnes and Gary George of Jesus Elam Revival Assembly International. Thank you so much for allowing us to use your venue. Thank you to the staff. Thank you for the technician. We really appreciated it at this point. I would like to thank our Master of Ceremonies, Mr. McKellian Taylor and Ms. Victoria Abraham Ramkilawan. Thank you to all the members of the San-Juan North Secondary staff for your support, hard work, and contribution in nurturing and caring for our students in the past years. Special thank you to all the form teachers who have been working with their classes for the past 2 years. Thank you so much. Special thanks to Mr. Frederick, Ms. Samuel, Ms. Diane Panton, Ms. DeLeon, Mr. Strawn, Ms. Henry, Ms. Asha Subaran. I would like to acknowledge and send thank you to our sponsors, Carib Limited, Angostura Limited, SMJL Limited, and School Day Memories. Thank you for your contribution to San-Juan North Secondary and our graduation. I would like to also acknowledge and send thank you to our entertainment today, the San-Juan North Steel Orchestra, Ms. Cheyenne Noriega, our lower 6 students, and the entire choir composed of Form 4 and Form 3 students. Thank you to parents of San-Juan North Secondary. Thank you for allowing us to educate, nurture your children for the past 5 or 7 years. I'm going to say our children because I always refer to them as my children. Thank you for giving them to us. We appreciated it so much. At times it was difficult, but mostly enjoyable and an honor. To the graduating class of 2024, I would like to thank you on behalf of San-Juan North Secondary for being mostly good students, always good students. Thank you very much for allowing us to do our jobs, nurture you, educate you. I would like to send congratulations to the entire class of 2024. Thank you, everyone, and have a good day.
Thank you very much, Ms. Mohammed.
Before we give our closing remarks, we just have a few announcements. For persons who still need to pay for the ball next week, please go to a table close to the exit and you can make that payment to Miss Alexander. She will be at the table. She's lovely in yellow today, so you can't miss her. And also, the students will be receiving their refreshments downstairs after the ceremony has ended. And we also have an area where you can do a sign-in in remembrance of Keon Gill. So students, teachers, administrators, parents, feel free on your way out to do a sign-in that can be passed on to the family in remembrance of him. Are we good on those?
Miss, I feel full, not full in my stomach, but full in my heart from this morning's proceedings. I'm very happy to always be the MC and share this moment with you, Miss, but also with the graduating class and parents and teachers of 2024.
And today I think was really special I want to say a real special thank you to the bishop and his wife for allowing us this space to use. This was a blessing in so many ways that words will not be able to express. And to the entire family here at Jesus Elam Revival, we want to say thank you for your warm welcome to the San-Juan North Secondary School. So can we have it up one time for this beautiful setting?
I also would like to acknowledge the graduating committee at San-Juan North Secondary School, who every lunchtime, every break time was selling things, raising funds, getting students to assist. The graduation committee met and they really put things together, all the nice little tokens and awards, everything that you received. They worked very, very hard, day in and day out, the video, everything. So round of applause for the graduation committee, please.
And we want to say a really, really special thank you to every student that made the entire journey. It is easy to give up along the way. It is easy to say, I'm not going to finish. I'm tired. And there are some students who did. They were not able to make the entire journey. They were like, this ain't for me. But to those of you who persevered and you show resilience and you stayed in it, and I could tell you, I teach a cosmetology class, and many of them, many times, were like, Miss, I can't make it to the end. But I saw them push through. I told them that there's always victory just as it gets hard. If you don't give up, just as it feels like it's going to break you, if you just stay in it just a little longer, on the other side of that is the celebration and the victory. And I saw that with them this year. You know, some of them cried because they couldn't believe how well they did. Because just before, when it got really hard, they wanted to give up, but they kept going. And I know that that is the story for every student who is sitting here. If you are sitting here, it's because when it got hard, you kept going. And we salute you. We salute your parents, your well-wishers, your guardians, your family for staying in it with you. So I always like to end a graduation on a celebration of the graduates. I always like us to acknowledge that you've come this far, you've ended this chapter, and there is so much more before you as you open a new chapter in your book of life. The story doesn't end, it just gets sweeter. So I would like the class of 2024 to stand and let us acknowledge you, acknowledge yourself, celebrate yourself. And I want you to do it like when we can't silence you in school. So one time, graduating class of 2024, you are conquerors ready to receive your blessing. Give yourselves a round of applause. And we will allow you to remain standing because you are going to exit first with your recessional. And I just want to say, Mr. McKellion Taylor, as usual, it was an absolute pleasure to share the stage with you. We thank our administration for giving us the opportunity to once again grace you with our presence. And as always,
Miss,
you're winning.
I want to send that right back to you. Mrs. Ramkilawan, it is always a pleasure to host alongside you. And from the moment I saw you this morning when I jumped out of the car, I said, wow, Miss is flowing. Isn't Miss flowing in her garb? Yes. So thank you very much for this opportunity. And thank you, students, teachers, and the graduation committee as well.
So just the same way you came in, something good is going to happen in this year. How many of you all believe that? Something good is going to happen in this year. We want when you are walking out that you walk with a little vibrancy, walk with a little chip in your step. And we want to say thank you to the families that attended the ceremony today. Thank you to all of our specially invited guests, our administration, our teachers. We appreciate you. And we thank you for being an amazing, amazing, amazing audience. So, sir, can we have them do their thing now? This is your time to celebrate on the other side.
Yeah, let's go.
This year, and I am grateful that I made it here. Yesterday's gone, and a new day has appeared, and I am grateful.
Let's see those smiles. I want to see those smiles. Only teeth.
Gonna find me.